여러분, 혹시 이런 말 들어보셨나요? 스윙이 너무 좋아서 고칠 게 없다. 우리 같은 백돌이들한테는 못 들을 말이죠. 그런데 타이거 우즈는 전성기 시절에도 스윙을 완전히 뜯어 고쳤습니다. 왜 그랬을까요? 이미 마스터즈 우승을 했는데도 말이죠. 3년 전 마스터즈에서 완벽에 가까운 스윙으로 우승했던 타이거. 하지만 그는 곧 깨달았다고 합니다. 이 스윙으로는 오래 칠 수 없다. 그래서 부치 하먼과 함께 왼손 그립부터 스탠스, 손목 각도, 회전 리듬까지 전부 새로 만든 것이죠. 그럼 타이거 우즈가 어떻게 스윙 플레인을 바꿨는지와 고치기 위해 했던 드릴을 알려드립니다. 함께 보시죠.
You've done a lot of work since you won the Masters 3 years ago. From a swing that we thought worked pretty good then, and we realized it wouldn't work good for longevity. And why don't you take them through what you've done?
Okay, let's see. We've changed my left-hand grip, made it a little bit weaker. We've, narrowed my stance a little bit, tried to get the club up a little earlier, keep the club head in front of my hands a little longer, going back, higher right arm. Then from there, round off the left arm, make it a little flatter at the top, left wrist,
That's right.
left arm up a little higher. Then from there, get the club down in front of me. From here, there I can arc it off with a little bit of a bow in my left hand to a nice short follow through.
What does arc it off mean?
You know, the swing plane is on an arc, and what you want to do is have it come down on the same arc as you. It's a little bit more inside as versus your backswing, but still you want to feel like you come down, and the bottom of the arc is right where the ball is, not before that or not after it. And that's what the
A
bottom.
lot of the changes, Peter, the Tigers made, and talk a little bit about your takeaway. We're trying to get the club what you feel is a little earlier wrist set. And the key here is just to keep the right arm higher than the left. So many people get this club as you did when you were younger, sucked in on the inside. And then when you go to the top of your swing, probably the biggest change that Tiger's made is he's really tried to get his hands in front of himself coming down. In other words, arms in front of the body, where the club used to lay down. Show them how, in your old swing, when you used to get stuck.
My Olay swing?
Yes.
I go, Olay!
That's the lay the shaft down 6.
타이거 우즈는 기존에 테이크어웨이 할 때 클럽을 바로 뒤로 빼는 버릇이 있었다고 합니다. 그걸 고치기 위해 클럽 헤드가 손보다 앞에 오래 머물게 연습했다고 말하고 있습니다. 이걸 연습하기 위해 코치와 함께 한 드릴이 있다고 하네요. 한 번 더 들어보겠습니다.
How tough was it to get the arm swing shorter and in sync, so where you really trusted it like you do now?
You know, we hit so many golf balls. What the drill I absolutely could not stand, and I still can't stand.
Let's see it then.
Is that take the club up to the top and stop, and then come down and hit the shot. And this is a drill that he made me do for hours upon hours, and we're out there sweating. It's 100 degrees out there.
You were sweating.
We were both working pretty hard, but the thing is, it's just something I needed to do to feel where he wanted me to put it, and then from there, let the arms fall down in front of you.
The whole key was to get the club in a position at the top where he just felt as he transferred his weight, his arms would fall down in front of him. Now, to get that feeling, and this is good for the average golfer who's watching, here's a guy who's the best player in the world who hits more balls than anybody on the planet, and it's taken him over a year to feel comfortable with that,
True.
hitting thousands of balls, where the recreational golfer takes one lesson for 30 minutes from their local PGA pro, and they just figure they've got it. They've got it made by doing that. And so it just tells you how hard you have to work at this game. This man works harder than anyone I've ever seen. Greg Norman, when I worked with him, was the hardest worker I'd ever seen until Tiger came along, and he works harder than even Greg did. And to be good at any level, you have to put in the time and you have to work. Because he said he hated that drill. When we used to do that drill, he goes, oh no, you're not going to make me do that again. I said, yes, we haven't got it. You're going to do it until you get it.
True.
Gosh, but I hate you when you make me do this, he'd say.
Well, it's such a frustrating drill because obviously you don't have the power, but more than anything, you can't cheat. And you can fake it in your real swing at the real speed, but you can't fake it at that speed. When you take it up to the top, stop, then go. There's no fake.
이렇게 타이거가 했던 게 바로 스톱앤고 드릴입니다. 탑에서 멈췄다가 하체부터 회전하고 팔이 따라오게 해라. 부치 하먼은 이렇게 가르쳤다고 합니다. 우리도 따라하려면 처음엔 너무 답답할 거예요. 근데 바로 이 멈춤이 손목에 힘을 빼고 팔이 자연스럽게 떨어지는 타이밍을 만들 수 있다고 말하고 있습니다.
When you do the go, is it you really working hard to allow the arms to fall down and leaving this feeling stable?
What for me, I've always been a person who would come down and fire the hips so hard and so fast that obviously the club would lag behind me. But you wouldn't tell most golfers this is to try and, for me, what I try and feel is let my arms beat my body down. I try and feel like my arms come down first and exit through the ball first when my hips don't move. That's for me.
That's the feeling
That's
as
the
opposed
feeling
to the
I have.
reality.
It doesn't even come close to that. Obviously,
Right.
I'm more like this at impact. But for me, it feels like, obviously, my arms are winning the race, and my body's not popping out of the golf shot. I used to have a problem of laying the club down like this, then also popping out of it with my body, and my spine angle would change, and I'd chase my right hand. That's the shot I had, and I still have it every once in a while.
A lot of people at home have that shot too.
Well, they don't have it at 150 miles per hour like he does, that's for sure. Well, really now he tries to hold his hips and get his arms in front of his hip motion. Where if we told an average person that, they do that all the time, they'd be staying back here and just throwing their hands at it and never hit it. And like he says, that's a feeling. And the one thing Tiger and I talk about all the time is that
different things.
feel and real are not the same thing. What you feel you're doing, you're very seldom doing.
True. 'Cause I play a lot by feel. When I'm out there, sometimes I'll feel certain days I like to try and hit a cut, or I'll close my stance that day, which is completely opposite, but that's what I feel is going to work best that day. So I play a lot on the moment, and I just play by feel what my hands and my body are telling.
결국 타이거의 교정 핵심은 단 하나입니다. 하체 리드, 팔은 따라온다. 이 단순한 원리가 세계 최고의 선수조차도 1년 넘게 걸린 과제였다고 합니다. 그리고 마지막으로 어드레스 셋업에 대해서 설명합니다. 마저 들어보시죠.
me.
In a dress position, the thing we work on the most is really your spine angle posture.
That's something we work on very hard, is trying to keep my spine straight, because I have a tendency of getting a little slumped over, and from there I like to suck the club inside.
Let's show them the difference. Take
Okay.
a setup where you're out of position, where you get a little slumped in, the head's down a little. And what happens now, he's going to have to come up to hit this ball. Now go
Not
to
only
your,
that, I also take the club inside too.
he usually
going back.
always goes inside. Now take your good posture. You can see the chin gets up, the back is much straighter if we look at this position right here. You can see there's a lot of room from his chin and his chest. This just allows the turn, the right shoulder to get underneath the chin. What people don't realize, and Tiger and I work on this all the time, especially when you're in my studio in Vegas, is that so many things take place before you hit the ball that cause you to make bad swings, and the average player never even thinks about that. And we're always talking about posture, ball position.
Your grip,
Yeah.
you name it. It has to do with just the setup and trying to get aligned.
우리도 늦지 않았습니다. 우리도 오늘 연습장에서 그냥 힘 빼세요. 대신 하체가 먼저, 팔은 자연스럽게 떨어지게. 이 한마디만 기억하고 함께 연습해봐요. 그게 바로 타이거가 말한 완벽한 리듬의 시작입니다. 도움이 되셨다면 구독과 좋아요를 꼭 눌러주세요.